What's going on, you guys? Paul here with Paul's Performance, and welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys how to break down a 1.9 liter ALH engine code TDI Volkswagen Injector. Like I said, there's plenty of videos for lots of different like I said, injectors included in this one, but I have a set that I'm going to have to put new nozzles in, and I figured I'd make a little video on the teardown before like I said, I'm gonna tear them down, clean them up, and then I got to figure out which size nozzle I want to go back in it, because I'm probably going to end up throwing these in the TDI Toyota. So if any of you guys have any suggestions on which size nozzle I should go with, leave a comment down. And let me know. Like I said, the engine stock turbo, I don't want to have to replace turbo, so but I do want to go with the biggest possible nozzle size I can go with that setup. So if any of you have any suggestions, put them down in the comments. So anyways, I'm just going to show you guys how to tear it down. It's not really hard to do. You can do it without special tools. So let's get over here to the vise, and we'll start the tear down. First things first, this thing is pretty dirty, so I'm gonna take it, just kind of wipe it down, get all this grease off of it, just so I don't continuously spread it around all over my hands in my work area. This is the number 3 injector, which is the only one that'll be different on ALH, that will have the wire coming out of it. So I figured I'd grab this one. Main reason is this is the one that's damaged. Like I said, I had a spare engine over here with these I took the head off of, and I accidentally dropped it on my table, and I ruined this nozzle, which I was going to replace the nozzles anyways, so not too worried about it. But anyway, you don't just want to put this in the vise by itself. You don't really want to scratch it up, but at the same time, like I said, this upper half doesn't really matter as much as far as the scratch, because it just kind of sits out. But this flat spot here where the injector hold down goes, you don't really want to damage that up too much, because that's, like I said, what holds it down. So what I like to do is cut off these little pieces of wood to go into the vise, or if you have soft jaws for your vise, you can throw those in there. So what I'm going to do is take my injector and put these 2 little pieces of wood that I cut out on each side to protect it from these jaws. Like I said, I'm trying to show you guys a way to do this without having special tools. So you could just buy an injector mount to go in your vise, and like I said, they work great. But I mean, it's not necessary for every day, for that, just, you know, somebody who's just throwing a set of nozzles in their daily drivers. And this wood will help just to protect it. It'll hold it tight, like I said, in there, but it'll also just protect the metal on this and the metal from the jaws from connecting. So now that we have that in there, what we're going to do is, I still have the copper O-ring on here, so I like to take a razor blade and get the razor blade underneath this copper O-ring and just kind of work it up until I can slide it off of there. Get rid of that. Right here, you'll find your socket. For this one in particular, a 15 fits best. This is a 6-point. So the best thing to do is to get a 6-point socket rather than a 12-point. That way you get a nice grip on it and you don't, you know, mar this up. So we got our 15 6-point, and we're going to take this off. This will be lefty-loosey, just like your other bolts. Alrighty, so now that we got it broke loose, said it is lefty-loosey, we'll spin her off by hand. Now, whenever you're working with anything like this, I like to say, keep this stuff organized, put it in order in the way that it come off. That way, when you go back together, it'll make it much easier. So I would set out a nice little paper towel or something to set all these parts on in order. Take a picture of it in that order before you start cleaning stuff. So we're going to have our cap here, the screw-on cap. We're going to set that down first. Second thing that's going to come off is going to be your nozzle itself. We're going to set this off to the side. So the nozzle is going to have a needle in it. Like I said, if it doesn't want to come out, you may have to kind of give it a little tap to come out. And like I said, this right here, I'm going to make sure this one doesn't have any damage to it. But like I said, we're going to separate those for your new nozzle, because the new nozzles will likely not come with one. So I'm going to get this oil off here. And then, like I said, whenever you're taking this apart, just take note on how it goes. The bottom of your nozzle, you'll have 3 holes. If you look right here, you're going to have 2 holes across from each other. You're going to have a empty hole here. You're going to want to make sure that you line this back up correctly. So when you pull it off, just take a gander at what it looks like. Next, we're going to pull this off. So set that down in order. And now we're going to have some more pieces. If you're just changing out nozzles, this is where you would stop. So all you would need to do is take this cap off, which would get you to your nozzle, and you would get your new nozzle. And like I said, you'd take this needle out of this nozzle, insert this needle into your new nozzle, and install and retighten this back up, and so on. That's all you would have to do. Now I'm going to continue tearing this down because, like I said, some of you may not be installing nozzles. You may just want to know, how this tears all the way down, or curious, just kind of like me. Like I said, I was just curious, and also while I have these injectors out before I put the nozzles in, I figured I'd strip it all the way down, take all the parts, clean them up really nice in an ultrasonic cleaner. And then, like I said, when I assemble it with the new nozzle, it'll be a nice clean injector and hopefully be perfect. Ready? So we're going to pull this out. Now this has a little sleeve on the inside of it here, this little piece that'll come out with it. I'm just going to leave that in there, that way it doesn't run away from me. Next thing that's going to come out, let's see, is going to be this rod. Put that out, and now we've gotten down into the shaft. So we have a little washer, and another. Like I said, this is where you really want to make sure you put this stuff in order. So we have our spring. We have our spring, and then there's another washer that was on the bottom of that spring that come out with it. So we're going to set that there. So now I'm going to take it out of the vise, and I'm going to start dumping this stuff out in my hand to get it out. It's going to get a little tricky here. So I have this, which is a sleeve. We have another spring here, has a rod going through it and a washer on the bottom. I'm going to leave that together. Put the sleeve beside that spring because the sleeve went over it. And now I believe that is everything that's going to come out of this injector housing. So now we have this injector housing. You could also remove this as well, which is your return line. But like I said, I'm going to leave that. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take brake clean and I'm going to spray out. And like I said, with this open up right here, when you spray out, you're going to get fluid to come out of both ends. So we'll get this nice and clean, and then we'll take those parts and I'm probably going to throw them in an ultrasonic cleaner and clean them, and that way they'll be ready for injector nozzles. Now, another tip I can say when you're doing stuff like this is I would just go one by one. That way, especially, you know, if you put this in order, take a picture of it in order, and then, like I said, go about cleaning it, because if you throw it in an ultrasonic cleaner, you're not going to be able to throw it in there in order and keep up with it. So I would take a picture of it in order on your table, and then, like I said, throw it, clean it, get everything right, and then go back together. That way, the reason I say one by one is because when you're going back together, if you get to a point where something just doesn't feel right or look right, or it's going back in, or let's say it's been a week since you tore it down and you're putting it back together and you're like, I can't remember which way this part goes. If you still have the other 3 injectors completely assembled and you haven't tore those down yet, you can take one of those apart actively and see exactly how that part that you have a question about. So that's why I would say, when it comes to doing this process, if you're not, you know, professional doing this all the time, I would just go one by one. That way, if you do say, oh, well, I can't remember exactly how this went, or I didn't get this, a picture of which way this come out, you can take one of the other injectors apart at that exact moment and say, okay, that's how it comes out, and put it back in correctly. So that would be my one kind of little tech tip to you. So that's how you disassemble, like I said, this ALH injector. Pretty straightforward. Like I said, injector wise, the only O-ring you're going to need, I said, for replacing this is going to be your copper O-ring that'll go on the bottom, like I said, and that's for when you install it into the vehicle. All right, guys, so this is what I have set up on my bench as far as this, just a white paper towel straight out on the bench with the stuff in order. Like I said, the cap, the nozzle, the needle that went inside the nozzle, and then all the parts that come after it in this order. So this was next, boom, and then that was the last thing that come out, and then there's my casing. So I would take a picture like this once you guys get to this step, and then go about your cleaning process, and then go back in reverse order. Like I said, look at your picture, and like I said, if you run into a spot where you're really unsure, I wouldn't do all 4 injectors at the same time, because if you run into it on the first injector, you don't have anything to go back on. So my suggestion would be to do this one by one. That way, if you come to a point putting it back together and you're unsure, you can actively go grab another one, take it apart right there in front of it, and be like, oh, okay, so this is how this one come out. I'm correct, or I had it backwards, I'm wrong. So that's my ultimate tip. I can't emphasize that one enough, but that's how you tear apart an ALH injector. Like I said, hopefully I'll get a set of new nozzles, and I'll be able to assemble these back, and I may make another video on how to assemble these with the new injector nozzles. Alrighty, guys, so that's how you tear down an ALH injector. Like I said, you could go a little bit further with removing the return line nipples if you wanted to. On this particular, being the number 3, you do have the wire on there. I'm not sure if that would come off nicely. I'm pretty sure that's a non-serviceable part on these injectors. Like I said, for those of you who are Volkswagen experts or mechanics, if you know anything different, please leave a comment, because I would like to know if that is a serviceable part, or like I said, if you guys have ever messed with it, but I have not. But anyways, like I said, that's how you tear it down. It's pretty easy. If you guys have any, like I said, pro tips for me, like I said, for those of you guys who are mechanics out there who may be watching this, like I said, please leave a comment. I would love to know. Like I said, I don't work on Volkswagens every day. That's not my particular brand, but like I said, I have a lot of them here. So like I said, I do work on them here at the house. And as far as the injector nozzles go, I do plan on swapping these nozzles out with something bigger. So if anyone has any good suggestions, or like I said, if you have a setup on your own, like I said, let me know what nozzles you guys are running, or like I said, if you have any suggestions for me, because these will most likely be going into the TDI Toyota. So like I said, I would like to get a little bit more power and maybe see a little bit more smoke out of it, just so, like I said, people know it's diesel. But anyways, I appreciate you guys watching as always. Please like and subscribe. If you have any questions, like I said, obviously leave that comment down there, and I'll try my best to answer your questions. But anyways, please like and subscribe, and see you guys next time.